Hey everybody, so this is my latest puzzle, which I'm calling the SMB Superball. And it's kind of a unique design for me. It's an 8-color puzzle. Obviously it's a 4x4. And you solve it for 1 color per corner section, basically. And it's actually an extremely difficult puzzle for being a 4x4, but I'll get into that in just a second. So this is now the second ball puzzle I've ever made. And if you saw the video on my first one, which is a 7x7, this was made completely by hand, just by carving down a standard 4x4 and filling it with epoxy and sanding it smooth. So what you're seeing here is all the black surfaces have not been painted. That's just the raw plastic and epoxy. But all these little holes have actually been filled with paint. And maybe it's hard to see in the video, but these are actually kind of sunken down. I've dremeled out every single one of these holes from the flat surface, or from the smooth surface. So these are little like divots, kind of how you would find in a domino, how they're kind of sunken down, and then I filled those with paint. So it's a very interesting texture, and no matter how much you rub your finger over this when you solve it, I really don't think these colors will ever come out because they're underneath the surface, basically. So yeah, and it was all done by hand, so each pattern is a little bit different, just slightly different, but I think I did a pretty good job of trying to make it uniform at least. So let's do a quick checkerboard pattern here, just turn the outside layers. It does turn really nicely too. It just has a really cool kind of pastel-y color effect when you scramble it like this. It looks pretty interesting. So as you can probably already tell, this will have some pretty unique solving characteristics. First of all, like it is a supercube, and it's an 8-color supercube or super ball. So every center has 4 different colors on it, so you have to remember those throughout the entire solve, which makes it pretty tricky. And there's other little things like the corners don't have any orientation that you can really tell, so those are kind of unique pieces as well. So I'll just do a full scramble of this, and you can see how nicely it turns. Of course, the only real difficult part about this, the turning-wise, is just aligning the layers each time, but you get used to that pretty fast, looking for the different shape of pieces to make the next turn. But it's really not that bad. It doesn't really take much to scramble this too. It's basically there. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this design overall. I'll definitely be making some more of these. And I'm going to put this up on my Etsy store too, so you can go ahead and order one of these if you feel so inclined. And for the future, I definitely will be making some higher order versions of this. I think that'd be pretty awesome. So you'll probably be seeing definitely some more 4x4s in this, but probably some 6x6s as well. I think that'd be a pretty awesome design. So that's about it for this video. Definitely check out that Etsy link in the description if you want to. So over the next couple days, I'll be releasing some solve walkthrough videos on this puzzle. Do a couple of those, because actually the first time I solved this, I was really stunned at how difficult it was. This is really deceptively hard to solve, just because how careful you have to be about realigning centers during your edge pairing, and remembering the color scheme basically on the centers for all the sides, because they're each center has 4 colors and they all have to be different. So it's pretty hard to keep track of what goes where. So it's actually a very interesting solve, even though it is just a 4x4. It's pretty difficult. So, but yeah, keep an eye out for that stuff, and thanks for watching.